around the Pokemon, the more it will submit to your friendship.
That animation of trapping it with cords.
Touch the buttons.
Okay, Jaden Animations videos are awesome, so I'm here to react to another one. This is the best Pokemon game you never played by Jaden Animations. Let's hop right into
I
it.
just played one of the best Pokemon games ever, and I'm here to tell you all about it. I'm a huge Pokemon fan.
I'm sure I
Ruby
never played
was
it.
one of the first video games I remember owning, and I've decided to devote the rest of my life and soul to the franchise. And by that, I mean I'll play the new games when they come out. Do I have to like them? No. Frankly, I think the past few recent ones have been kind of garbage. But that won't stop me from getting my hopes up thinking the next game will be different, even though deep down, we all know it won't be. But Pokemon does have a few
We all
games
hope.
you might have heard of, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or Pokemon Stadium, or that weird geometric one. But there's one franchise that I feel like doesn't get talked about nearly as much as it deserves, and that's Pokemon Ranger. I had the original Pokemon Ranger game as a kid, and I remember two things about it. I liked it, and circles. Lots of circles. The flashbacks are beginning. When I remembered Pokemon,
I wanted those games so bad whenever I was a kid, but I never got any. Literally never played one.
That's when I realized there were actually 3 Pokemon Ranger games.
Yeah.
Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia, and Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. Bit of a Pokemon Ranger mouthful, but I digress. I was looking at some forums of people discussing which one they thought was the best, and the Shadows of Almia one seemed to be high on a lot of people's lists. So I bought the game. Now
Okay.
sit down and get comfy because I just played this game for the first time, and I'm here to tell you about why it's the best game ever. The game starts
No
out with
way.
your character taking the entrance exam to a Pokemon Ranger school.
It can't be
and
the
it
best
only took me
ever.
2 attempts to draw 5 consecutive circles around this barely moving Pikachu. You're dang right that's impressive. I guess that's all it takes, because now I'm officially a member of this secret army for this inscrutable team school plotting to rule the world. Oh, he's just kidding. Yeah, it's a normal school. I'm introduced to my class, and for some reason they've been, like, starved for new human contact or something, because they're bombarding the teacher with questions. Are they a boy or a girl? Which is it? Is she cute? Introducing myself, and apparently the teacher catches this Keith kid looking at me with a big grin. Anyway, you go sit next to Keith. Oh,
No!
Okay, just plop me right next to him. Yeah, I don't mind or anything. Thanks, Teach. Anyway, you get a tour of the school from this girl with me, meeting the other teacher, Mr. Kinsaid, who's apparently a stickler for making sure kids don't run in the hall, and this kid, Isaac, that Rhythmy called Mushroom Hair. Both my IQ and my height in centimeters are 163. Alright, bud. After getting
Pretty
into
high
the
IQ.
school, you're taught how to capture Pokemon with your styler. Loops portray the feeling of friendship, so the more loops you draw around the Pokemon, the more it will submit to your friendship.
That animation of trapping it with cords.
That's nice. Touch the buttons. You finish the school day
The
and
meme.
everyone's asleep in the dorms when all the students decide it's initiation time. Get up, sleepyhead. It's 4 a.m. Time for your student initiation. Yes, sirs. They tell you to find all 4 of the stylers they've hidden around the giant school, and after doing so, you have to put them in the basement for some reason. So you head down there after
Interesting.
finding them all, and are in the basement when... Why are you down here? Only I'm permitted to be in the basement. Leave now! Anyway, Isaac, have you finished testing my very secret experiment no one can know about? The rest of the school year goes on without any big problems. Pokemon Ranger Crawford comes and talks about what it's like to be a ranger. You save the milkman from some Bidoof. You
Nice.
attend a one-day internship at the local Pokemon Ranger base, and they make you bring them their lunch as an important mission. Actually, while you're in the internship, someone runs over and says the Pokemon on the beach are acting strange. You go with the Rangers
Sounds like
to
a
check it
classic
out to see
internship.
all the Pokemon going crazy, and save the day by capturing them with your loops of friendship. But yeah, that's weird.
loops of
Finally, it makes the
friendship.
graduation. Jaden, come up and make a speech as the class representative. Oh, I'm the class representative, huh? Well, don't mind if I... So after saving
Tangrowth.
everyone from a very strange rampage of Tangrowth, you start working at the Pokemon Ranger base you interned at. There's a call about some more Pokemon acting strange down in a nearby cave, so your first...
This is cool though. It's like a whole story. You go from like school all the way up into an internship and then hopefully into a job. That's cool.
mission is to investigate what's going on. In the cave, you stumble upon this weird missile-looking machine that seems to be what's hypnotizing the Pokemon in its vicinity and making them go crazy.
Interesting.
So you destroy it and everyone's proud of you. This Professor Hastings guy is called down from the Pokemon Union to take a look at the cave machine, and I guess he's like 100 years old or something because the Rangers want you to go meet him halfway in Puel Town to make sure he doesn't get lost and die along the way. 27 Town, And oh god, all the Pokemon are going nuts. Turns out there's more of those rocket machines planted in the town, and as you're going around smashing them, you run into some guys that are not only very shady, but also terribly shifty. They run away to tell their leaders they're
Shady and
they're
terribly
smashing
shifty.
their
Oh
stuff. And
no!
to the town, you find them again with their admin, who's like, dude, what the heck? What do you have against our Giga Remos, you vandals? Treat things with respect. And then attacks me with
Pretty cool art style for the time.
Not gonna lie, their battle music kind of bangs though. Turns out they're part of this gang called Team Dim Sun, and after capturing their Pokemon with friendship loops, they decide to retreat. We're able to find Professor Hastings and bring him back to the base to analyze what we now know are Giga Remo machines. He finds a tiny black crystal in the center that seems to be the thing that allows Team Dim Sun to control the Pokemon. The base considers this a problem, which is reasonable. And now the Pokemon Union starts getting involved, which is like the big head honcho of Pokemon Ranger bases where all the Ranger prodigies are. The story continues as the Union tries to uncover more about what Dim Sun is up to, and you keep interrupting
Team
their plans.
Dim
You catch
Sun.
them trying to drill a tunnel in the side of a mountain. You catch them having a secret base and cargo ship in the middle of a volcano, which Mr. Kincaid is found to be part of Dim Sun. Big surprise.
Of course.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
You haven't been running in the ship's hallways, have you? You catch them mining hundreds of dark crystal shards in
Cringe.
an abandoned mine. That one was a bit of a problem because apparently there was the mother of all shadow crystals. They are powerful enough to power this incredible machine they're in the middle of developing that they plan on using to control all the Pokemon within a 500-mile radius.
Oh,
they got their
no!
grubby hands on and helicoptered away to their headquarters. Probably should tell someone about that. But the good thing is we ended up finding the diary of the Dim Sun president's father, who writes about how if we gather these 3 gems called the Tears of Princes, the gems will be able to combine their power and negate the power of the Shadow Crystal.
Random.
Alright, let's go do that. The first gem is told to be in this giant ice castle called Alima Castle. And on the way there, you run into Dim Sun grunts trying
Why
to
is there a
stop you.
castle?
They're not hard to deal with, and they start getting a bit frustrated. I want to pay you with a snowball. Hard. You make it to the castle after swimming through a bunch of ocean boulders and whirlpools that totally didn't slow me down at all, and end up at the castle where Dim Sun is already running
Empoleon.
around in trying to get the gem first.
Beautiful.
These guys are blocked from going any further because this giant chunk of ice is in front of the door, and the grunts are like, man, that's a big hunk of ice. If we made snow cones out of it, we'd be able to feed like 403 people. And then they see me standing there. And
That's
are
a
all,
weirdly
"Hey,
exact
that
number.
outfit. What are they called again? Pokemon Ranger? You came for a snow cone? You deal with that whole situation and end up in the room just
Random
before where the
dialogue.
gem is being kept, where you're introduced to one of the members of Team Dim Sun's Sinistrio, Ice. I don't know what his deal is, but he called me Jaden Noob and then dabbed, so I had to murder him. Well, I captured and freed his Frostlass, and he scurried away all, well, I didn't need
He called me Jaden Noob and then he dabbed, so I had to murder him.
the gem
Oh
anyway.
man.
After gaining the
That's
trust
great.
of the Lucario guarding the gem with more of my loops, the blue gem of the
With
Tier of
more of
Princes
my
is mine.
loops.
Fast forward a bit and you get the red gem as well after defeating Sinistrio Lavana and her Infernape. She doesn't dab, but she does do this sexy little dance. The guy from school, Keith, who's a ranger now, was assigned to get the yellow gem and hasn't come back yet. So the union's
Oh,
like,
no.
alright Jaden, go check on him. We
Not
hop on a
Keith.
boat to the destination, but whoops, apparently a Wailord is in trouble. I'll just go down there and see. Yep, I thought so. These Dim Sun grunts are trying to kidnap a Wailord, and after destroying the machines that were trapping it, they decide to just grab a Wailmer instead and try to convince their boss it's a Wailord mini. You follow them on the rescued Wailord and
It's a
start infiltrating their
Wailord
base.
mini.
Down a hall, you discover the grunts squishing the Wailmer through the door, and as you follow them into the room, they're like, oh crap, shoot, do you want to deal with the ranger? Oh no, I'm too wimpy. I know. Let's apologize. Sorry. We got the Ranger's confidence. Charge! And then drop a truckload of Slackoth on me. After capturing all their Slackoth, they're like,
Oh,
oh
that's
no!
funny.
And then all of them just grab me and shove me out of the room and lock it, which honestly is more effective than like 99% of all video game villains. So
True.
we keep running through the base and end up actually finding mushroom-haired Isaac from Ranger School. He's been manipulated into building Dim Sun's incredible machine, and we agree to take him back to the Union after we finish up our business in the secret hideout. We finally encounter Mr. Kinsaid, who's manning the Whalelord operation. He's being all maniacal, but we successfully capture his Glysker, save Whalmer, and bring Isaac safely back to the Union, where he gives us access to the incredible machine blueprints. Skipping ahead in the story a bit, we end up not being able to get the yellow gem because Heath, the last of the Sinis trio, kidnapped Keith and
No!
exchanged him for the yellow gem. I kept trying to say no, but I guess it's good we saved him. The Union makes a plan to have their top ranger.
I hate that in video games where it offers you a yes or no, but if you say no, it doesn't let you actually do the thing. So you have to just say yes. I hate that, but it cracks me up because Pokemon does it so often.
Go and fly to Dim Sun's headquarters and
No,
face them head on.
I will not trade the gym for
Jaden,
Keith.
you can just sit in the corner and do nothing. But right as they leave to do that, the Sinis trio busts through the Union walls and are like, ha ha ha, we'll be taking this, and steal back Isaac because they need him to complete the incredible machine by midnight so they can activate the Shadow Crystal. Isaac complied because they threatened to kill his sister or something. So new plan, now I have to get Isaac back and basically destroy the machines that were protecting their building/incredible machine because, oops, I didn't mention this before, but they turned their entire building headquarters into the incredible machine. What? We basically
How did they get away with that?
Through the front doors of the headquarters. Heh, that'll stop people from entering. What? How did you get in here? And battle our way up to Isaac, who's like, you're a bit too late. I totally just completed the entire machine and they're about to use it to hypnotize all the Pokemon in the region in like 5 minutes. Well, at least your sister's not dead. So you run to the top, defeating the Sinis trio every floor of the way, and grab the last Tears of Prince's gem. And you get to the top where you meet the Dim Sun president Blake Hall for the first time, and he's like, you're too late. It's time for darkness. Get her, Dusknoir. And then I capture it immediately. And he's like, just kidding. Get her, Darkrai. And then Darkrai just starts dipping me into darkness. So
Yep.
Keith has to come save me on his Staraptor.
Oh,
so
Keith.
Darkrai's like, well,
Good thing we saved
then
Keith.
I'm gonna just dip these guys into the darkness, and throws Blake and his assistant into the void.
What?
Haha, but I decide to capture and free Darkrai anyway with the help of the Tears of Princes, and save the day. Yay, woohoo, I'm a hero. Time to take a nap. Now, Pokemon Ranger is a big game. It took me about 24 full hours to get through the game, so I had to leave out a lot, and I mean a lot, of other points in the story. There's even a bunch of side quests that are actually pretty entertaining and funny you can complete that help power up your styler. There's one where this guy says he researches smells and wants me to bring him the stench of a muck. So you do it and he's like, yes, and puts it in a jar. Then later on in the game he pops up again and this time asks for a Weezing and a Skuntank, to which he's like, yes, and puts them in jars. Then he's like, thanks, dude, and you never see him again. The dialogue is absolutely amazing. This game has probably the best writing out of any Pokemon game I know of. Team Dim Sun is obviously the star of the show, and whenever they come on screen, you know they're gonna have something funny to say. At one point, while I was trying to get into their secret base in the volcano, I captured the Pokemon they were controlling, and they're like, time to make our escape, and set off dynamite, which exploded a giant boulder and blocked the entrance to the base, which they're like, shoot, we were supposed to detonate it after we go in. So they had to wait for me to go get a Pokemon that can destroy the rock. And they're like, thanks, Ranger. We'll be grateful for this for about a second. And you run to the door. So you follow them, and they come back like, hey, we forgot about you helping us. Take this! And drop a bunch of Numel on me. Also, all of the music that plays when they're around is awesome. I was jamming out whenever I was running around their base. It's a bummer this game isn't super popular. I know it's got a small cult following, but it definitely deserves to be more well-known, and I really consider it one of the top Pokemon games out there, just on writing alone. It's not a hard game, but I mean, Pokemon isn't meant to be a difficult game series anymore. I can see some people getting a bit tired of the capture system since it doesn't change much throughout the game. But honestly, again, I think the story and dialogue far make up for the semi-repetitive capture and battle system. Now, I know I kind of just talked about the entire plot, but if you're curious about playing it yourself, there's so much I left out, and there's still a lot to discover about the game, so I highly recommend it. I'm being honest when I say I didn't even cover a third of what happens in the game, and there were a lot of funny moments I really wanted to talk about that I just didn't have room for in the script. I'm just trying to convince you to play the game yourself at this point, because I think it's just that funny of a game. But I'll stop. But here's all my stats after completing the game. It took me about 24 hours to complete it. I captured 734 Pokemon and ran away from 106. I think that's a pretty good ratio.
I started getting lazy near the end.
9,077 loops.
Oh
With that
my
amount of
gosh.
practice, I bet I'm a master at drawing circles now. Thanks for watching the video on me drawing.
That was pretty great. I enjoyed that video as always with Jaidens. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Go check out her video and maybe try the game. Check out the rest of my Pokemon videos and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.